All right, fools. Hopefully you guys can see me. No idea if you can or not. Kind of would be, I'm just assuming you can, so whatever. Never really talked too much about like what some of like my never really talked too much about like what some of my like lifetime goals are in this sport and stuff like that. And like obviously everyone gets in the sport to like talk about like, you know, I want to be a world champion these days. I want to be this, I want to be that, you know. I really do think I could become possibly one day the best in the world. Like, it sounds crazy when you say it, but then if you look at like the past and like how like training has been for, you know, so long now, like I caught basically everybody that I wanted to like compete against. I basically have caught up to them, or I've gotten very close right now. And it's like they all started at a very, very like way further ahead of me in training than what I started with. Like, whenever I started with like 1,000 pound total, and that was it. Some people are like genetically, they're going to be stronger than others right away. Other people have to work for it a little more to actually get strong. And I feel like my genetics is that kind of like you have to work for it if you really want it that bad type of deal. And I'm not going to lie, sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't. But every single time that I think that I don't want it, I think about, you know, where I want to be, and then I remember that I do want it. That's just how it is. Every single time. This is the shit I want to do for a very long time. And I really do think that I'm capable of like you know, 750 to 800 pound squat, like 550 plus bench, and 800 plus deadlift. I just really need to get my stuff together. I need to get my grip together on deadlift. I really need to get, you know, my squats are really blowing up, my bench is blowing up. Those are lifts that have just always been consistent, and I don't know. I really feel like within the next couple of years, I'm really going to be, you know, putting up some special numbers. Especially, you know, I'm in the Open now. It's my first year in the Open. Like, I haven't even done a competition in the Open because I've only been, you know, in this new age category for the past 3-4 months. Not a very long time. So I'm really hoping that I can just keep like chugging through and eventually catch up to a lot of these people and surpass them, which I feel like will happen. It's only a matter of time.
All right, so since CapCut is like banned in the US still for some reason, but TikTok isn't, I got to use this voiceover instead of being able to use, you know, music or something over my video. So welcome back to listening to my beautiful voice. We're just warming up on deadlifts over here. You know the dealio. I think today was like up to 507 on this day. I'm about to talk on the camera, so enjoy.
Realistically, that's the best 375 has ever felt. Not ever, but in a very long time. And I feel like part of the reason why is because like it's very easy for you to get very like away from your technique. It's something that happens a lot, especially to a lot of powerlifters, because you know you're so used to doing the same thing over and over. You know, you don't think anything could be wrong. You know, but talking to my coach a little bit, and I noticed like I was like just putting my knees so far forward, and I feel like that's what has been like compromising my end like lockout position, is the fact that my starting position is so, you know, knees wedged forward, trying to stay as upright as I possibly can. Probably not the best. So now I'm actually hinging back, and I'm actually feeling my hamstrings for the first time in my conventional deadlift in a very long time. And it is so nice. Like, it is so nice to be able to actually be able to feel that. It's been so long. But yeah, about to just smoke this 507 real fast.
Whatever that guy just said, you know, bunch of bozo right there. But, you know, here goes 507 for a nice and easy rep, which, I mean, I would hope so. 600, so why this felt a little funky to me and felt heavy, I don't know. Little back offs here. Figured I'd just include all my lifting, because why not? Why not show, you know, all the little details that go into it? I know whenever I watch YouTube, that's kind of what I like to enjoy to watch, is just like people lifting weights. I like to see the back downs. I like to see all that because it just shows the whole entire like training cycle. A little tempo bench here. Probably a little boring for most people because, you know, who really cares about tempo bench? But it is what it is. 336. Again, this was last week's deadlift day. These tempo benches have honestly been like the staple in my actual like building my bench press, because, you know, the whole entire contraction, usually I have a very short range of motion. So being able to just slow it down and actually focus on the muscles that I'm using makes a huge difference whenever I get to like the maximal amount of weight. Because it's like every time that I'm, you know, under the big load now, whoa, pause, that sounds crazy. But, you know, say when I hit that 441 for 2, I don't think I would have been able to hit that 441 for 2 when it comes to grinding the weight back up if I didn't have it in my head how to go down on the rep. So on the way down, you know, you're focusing 3 seconds on the way down, really, really building, learning how to stack the actual joints and just learning how to actually bench press, I guess you can say. Yes, on these leg extensions, I am swinging like a motherfucker, but it is what it is. I do not give a dime about none of it. I just want to move the weight. I just wanted to lift. I wanted to get done. Basically, you know, motivation was high, but it wasn't where it could have been. Little lat pull downs here. You know, it is what it is. Trying not to hit those red plates with the lat pull down bar. Gets a little sketchy sometimes, not going to lie. But I don't feel like moving all those weights. So they're just going to stay there. I will not be moving that at all. All right, here we get into a little bit of the fun and enjoyable parts of training, which is bench day. So just going to keep on my warm-ups, that's as usual. Just kind of like when I went through. I kind of just go 1 red, 2 red, 3 reds. So this is 1 red, here's 2 reds, and the next video will be 2 reds. But just, you know, very simple. I don't need a lot to warm up when it comes to bench. I don't even do any activation warm-up stuff beforehand. It's really just, I kind of just get under the bar, start, you know, benching 1 red, 2 red, 3 red, and then whatever whatever my top set usually would be after that is where I would tend to go. Of course, I record sideways with my camera because, you know, Instagram Reels likes that, you know, 16:9 long video, but, you know, YouTube doesnand I
have my week 3 squats today, which is going to be, I think, 540 on squat, which should be relatively nice. Me and my coach talked about it, and with how like squats have been moving and everything, we just kind of decided that it's probably best if we go up to 639 this block instead of just going for 628, because my squat strength has been exploding through the roof, so we think there's actually more there than what we were originally going to be going for. So that should be pretty exciting. End of this block is going to be insane. Like I think I've already talked about it in previous videos, but now it's going to be like 639 squat, 463 bench, and a 639 deadlift. It's going to be like a 790 total, and I think I only need like 795 to qualify for World Nationals. So everything is definitely trending in the right direction, and this is all unpeaked and everything, so very excited for the future. Y'all see that brother out there? That's a goddamn skunk. That's a skunky boy. I don't even want to get close to it, but yes, sir.
Anyways, that skunk probably didn't even want to be in the video. I didn't ask him for permission, so, you know, yikes. It is what it is. Skunks stink. Leave in the comments if you think skunks stink. Let me know. Forgot to pick up the camera for all my warm-ups. I don't know. I just squatted like 1 and 2 reds, and I realized afterwards I was like, ooh, maybe I should record these. So, you know, just 2 sets. My tops are here on squats. Squats felt really, really good. I really feel like we're hitting a stride with that. And like I said in the last like little, you know, me talking, me and my coach are probably going to go for 659. So if I could hit that, I think I could hit anything, which would be amazing, phenomenal, exquisite. And yeah, here is the little tiny bit of whatever you want to call it, back downs that I had left for the day. It's SPD day on Saturdays, but I figured I wouldn't bore you guys with, you know, a 4x2 on Larson press and RDLs. But